Hey guys, welcome to another Dokkan battle video. And since people really seem to enjoy my best of teams because it's very simple and I get right to the point, I'm gonna make another one for Beast. I'm gonna make another one for Gammas as well since I pulled both of them. I only make pull of it like best of teams if I have the unit because then I don't know if they're gonna be in the right fit. So since I have both of them, I'm gonna be making both teams, and I've got several teams for Beast. I think there's like two. That have the, for some reason, if you're bored of beating everything in the game and you want a different leader, I have that as well. So, here's our start. So, if there's like a niche pick, it's because I believe in the unit and I've used it a million times and I think he's really valuable. And the one I'm talking about, obviously, is the Int Gohan at the bottom. He can support Bond of Master and Discipline allies. So, that's some of these characters on this team. So, of course, they're the two Universe 7 people in this team, Anniversary 6 characters, are going to be getting easy in just a few days' time, so that's why they're being included in this video. Obviously, don't run them until they get their easy 8s, because they're not good right now. But it's only a few days and they get their easy 8. And we see we have Golden Piccolo, or Orange Piccolo, whatever you want to call him, in this as well. Because he fulfills one of the conditions. You don't really need him, but it just helps out a little bit extra. a little bit extra. There's another Piccolo you could run as well if you want to run a Piccolo. But you don't need to run a Piccolo. You could run anyone else. And I think we have one. I think we have some teams where we're not running a Piccolo. Anyways, I think this team can pretty much beat anything. Once they get their easy A's, this team could beat anything in the game. Anyways, if you don't run on him, for some reason you're so bored, you don't want to run Beast Gohan, you don't want to run 2 Beast Gohan. So instead we have the other LR, the Gogeta, as the lead instead. So you're going to run two of him, or you could run, if it lines up, you could run 1 Beast Gohan, 1 Gogeta. I think if it lines up, I think it does. You're still running this Piccolo. I think this Piccolo is still really good. Some may think otherwise, but he still has a seal, and you've been able to seal some bosses lately, so that is valuable. He still guards, and still actually super class allies key +2 and defense +30%. I forgot completely about that. And also you get 30% if there's an extreme class enemy. That's actually really valuable. Also, he gets damage. This guy's like almost future-proofed. That's actually really good. He has damage reduction too, and pretty good links. And look at all these categories. Yeah, so I think he's super future-proofed. Of course, he's gonna fall off eventually, but I still feel like he's good. What do I have him built as? This is fine. The additional is because I want it to seal more often. Anyways, we have the Gammas. Most people probably won't have the Gammas, and if you are a free-to-play player, you probably shouldn't have pulled them, but because you should have focused everything on Beast. But if for some reason you got lucky on the first pull, like I did, and you got them, they're very valuable, and they're gonna be a lot of my teams in this video because they support superheroes, joint forces, and you're probably mostly gonna be focusing on the superheroes aspect. Joint forces, maybe. Defenders of Justice, there really aren't that many on there, so maybe in the future. But yeah, this is a very valuable support unit because they're like support, but they also can do a really powerful finisher. So they're not just like, oh, they're in slot 3 and not going to do any damage, because they will do damage with their standby. Some of you guys may not have this character. I do put them in a lot of my teams. Eventually, they're going to fall off because they're just a glass cannon, but I think they're very powerful, and they link with pretty much anybody because, you know, Super Saiyan stuff. And then we have this guy who's obviously going to fall off eventually, but he's just so powerful in the slot 3 that you can pretty much always rely on him to perform well in the slot 3. Anyways, back to Beast Gohan being in the lead skill again. So this is almost the exact, isn't this? Oh, okay, so the Gammas are not included in the other team, but the Gammas are included this time. instead of this Gohan here. So if you have the Gammas, you could actually run the exact same team I showed in the first team. Pretty good though still. I mean, these two are just so amazing. It's hard not to include these two. Even though this Vegeta is not under 200%, he's still super good even without it. It's just so hard. When I'm building a team, it's just hard to ignore these two when they get their easy A's because they're just that good. So you need to run them. Hopefully pull them if you're a new player, or if you're an old player, you already have them rainbowed, like I do. I started the 6th-year anniversary, so of course I'm going to have them rainbowed because they've appeared pretty often. Alright, so this is a pretty good team, I feel. Anyways, how many more teams we got? I got 2 more. So you got this one, you got the easy before the anniversary begun. You can actually fit him on the team. And then we have this Piccolo, who's currently on banner as well, so you probably pulled a whole bunch of them like I did. He's very good. You could argue with either Piccolo, either Orange Piccolo, or there's 3 actually, the STR one, but I wanted to give a team with all 3 Piccolos that are currently viable. So this guy can also be decent. Sometimes we may look at this and see like, oh, he's not that good, but once you run him, he can stun, and also he raises defense. He also has the fusion, high chance of stunning, and then he does have damage reduction once he fulfills his transformation condition. So I think this is a very good team. You also have this guy who's good if you are like locked. You have 3 avenues. If you are locked and screwed over, you have 3 characters that you potentially have as a slot 1 if you're locked, and all 3 of them dodge. So if you're in a situation where, like Trunks for example, if you're fighting Trunks, you have 3 outs. You have 3 outs right here. You have actually 4. You don't want him in the slot 1, unfortunately. You're kind of screwed if he's going to steal your run. You don't want him in the slot 1, but you have 4 outs of dodge if you are absolutely screwed. Or 3, I mean. And then you have this guy who's super tanky. Of course, Beast Gohan, if he's locked to slot 1, that's where you want him to be anyways. But if you're not able to go in the slot 1 yet, like I said, you have 3 outs right here. That's why I like this team. And then the last one is not as serious. I know it said best teams, but this one's like at the very end, bottom of the barrel. Not in a bad sense, but like if you're so bored and you want to run something super fun and something super random, this is the team for you. You have this guy who evolves over time and does more damage over time. You have the Ultimate Gohan, who runs really perfectly with the other Beast Gohan in terms of links. 6-year LRs, of course, and then the Orb Changer for this Gohan. He can still be run. I think he still is fine. This is actually one of my favorite units in the game, so I almost always try to include him on something. He can dodge in the slot 1. Perfect unit in the slot 1 because he's really good at dodging. Stacking unit, although he doesn't stack that fast compared to other characters nowadays, but he can get up to 10 milli tech stat after a few stacks. So pretty good unit, and also Orb Changer, so it's really good. So, what do you guys think about my teams? I think they're pretty good. I think you can run almost any of these and beat anything in the game for the most part. Well, not that stuff. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. And if you pull for the Gammas, I'll have a Gammas video as well. They're gonna be a little harder to build for because you don't really want to run 2 Gammas, I feel, but I'm still gonna make the video in case you want to run 2 Gammas. In case you want to run 2 of the standby and you do a lot of damage, because you could do that too. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. Share this video around if you have someone, a friend who pulled Beast Gohan and he doesn't know how to build a team around him because he's a new player or something like that. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.